Hello and welcome back to another Warlords of Draenor video. This time we're going to be talking about cosmetic class accessories. This is actually really damn cool and it's something that people have been asking for really a very long time. It's something that honestly will look great in your character and should hopefully offer an alternate form of progression that's not entirely stat based. So what is this? Well, they said in a recent Warcraft post that druids maybe like the idea of having little mystical objects and idols and things like that. Maybe shamans like their totems, paladins have got their labrums, hunters have their quivers, and all these little class accessories and just interesting little things. For an example, maybe a rogue could have cosmetic daggers, vials of poison, a throwing star, hunters could use different kinds of quivers, ammo pouches, and that kind of thing. So that's an idea that a lot of people have thought would be extremely cool to put into the game. Now, in the Warcraft post, they said that they were thinking about adding something like this in Cataclysm, and indeed I think there was a Hunter quiver in the Mists of Pandaria beta, but overall the artists just didn't have the time to get it all in for launch. But it seems like they're having a fresh stab at it. According to this new post, they are basically planning and have already started the concepting of a number of different items. The current things that we have are pouches, daggers, quivers, and labrums, so it'll be interesting to see what other things that they throw in there. Now, in terms of how this is going to be integrated into the game, they moved over to Owen Landgreen, who is, I think his handle is like Digital Santa or something on Twitter. He's one of the main reward people for World of Warcraft in terms of game design. And basically these are going to be from achievements, but many different kinds of achievements, so it could be killing a boss or doing various other things like that. Now, he said it will probably range so that each player will be able to have multiple accessories, but there will be some rare ones that are going to be only obtainable through extremely difficult stuff. Now, there's one system in the game that I think this would really suit, and that's the Brawlers Guild, honestly. I mean, okay, look, a shirt is fine, but I think a Brawlers Guild quiver would be amazing. The same even goes for pet battles. If you're a rank 25 pet battler, then perhaps it would be nice if they could give you something for your actual character to denote that. All those little side systems in the game that are not main, like raiding and PvP, I think should have accessories. And then, of course, raiding and PvP should have their own accessories put in. Now, they said that this may be tied in with the transmog system. I'm not 100% sure on the details, and neither are they, obviously, because this is very early stages. Still, I think this is fantastic, and the whole sort of concept that they put through here is still just their first draft, but for a first draft, I think it's a fantastic idea. Okay, maybe not the most original idea in the planet, but it will be fun, I think. And the more forms of progression that they can give players, the better. That will increase the longevity of the game, and maybe if you are 4 months through a patch and you're just not that interested in the raid, well, there'll be another thing to do. And also, there'll be more things for the art team to keep on sort of chugging away at. This will just be a new system they can keep on working on. So that's nice. I hope that it won't detract from any other sort of things that the art team are heavily involved with, like making new mounts and things like that. Still though, it should be quite cool. Now, they have said that this probably, well, I think nearly definitely won't make it for the Warlords of Draenor launch. This will be a post-patch kind of, or like post-launch kind of thing. It'll probably come in a patch or something like that, but still very cool. Now, I'm going to assume that some people will probably be thinking to themselves, well, Warlords isn't out, it's delayed, why are they working on this instead of, like, direct things? Well, I just think it's worth explaining that for many games, I think nearly every style of game that's being developed, the art team are often the people who are finished first, in many regards. So I'd say what's happened is the art team are finished all their 6.0 stuff, and they're just moving on to other patch things. They're probably, well, I'd say nearly definitely, already developing the first new raid tier for Warlords past the launch stuff, so the art team can keep on working ahead on subsequent patches. It's not the kind of thing where they're moving on to making these accessories at the detriment of the actual launch window of Warlords of Draenor, or at least that's what I would imagine. Now, one concern that I do have about this system, and this is just something that they really should make sure doesn't happen, but item clipping. I could imagine if you have a labrum strapped to your belt, or some poison vials or something like that, well, of course, you want there to be a bit of physics with those so they feel like a non-static, they feel attached to your character like a real item. I think that's really important, but they need to make sure the clipping doesn't happen or then maybe if it does, it's somehow compensated for, or I don't know. Basically, they can't have item clipping, because I think it is one of the major problems that we have in World of Warcraft. Honestly, from a visual perspective, especially when it comes to your character, it is rather annoying to see things clip, and if you're getting custom bows, and, well, custom quivers, and ammo pouches and things like that, I'd just be worried that clipping would happen a little bit too much. Still though, I think that if you mix this in with transmogrification, you're really looking at a fantastic, well-rounded system that should just add a lot more depth for a lot of people, and personally, I'm very excited about it, so that's definitely a really nice thing to hear. Alright, so let me know what you think about this new feature, well, possible new feature, in the video comments. I'm very excited about it, but yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.